The larger clients that we see that I used to work with actually had, like, they had straight up, hey, we're going to pay you in 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, whatever it may be. But here's where your billing can hit a sweet spot. In the billing side of it, though, these larger shippers, they'll say, hey, if you don't bill me in 60 days, we're not going to, right? They'll say, hey, if you're not doing it in this time period or with this level of accuracy, we're going to do this, and so making sure you're understanding a smooth process for your carriers to get their billing in. Because when you get a carrier that just friggin' forgets to bill, I remember talking to a guy, he was an executive at a really large third-party company. I mean, multi hundreds of millions. They were LTL. And he said, yeah, about 20% of our loads, they just don't ever get billed. We bill the shipper, but the carrier just forgets to bill. And it's like, holy cow, like, what are we doing? And where do we miss this? And so when you're pumping out some volume, if you're a carrier, make sure that you understand what those brokers' needs are when it comes to uploading PODs, proof of deliveries, bill of ladings, and your invoice. The craziest thing I heard the other day was I had a carrier send in all his paperwork, but he never sent in an invoice. He just wrote it on there, and it was $1,200.
Yeah.
And this broker didn't pay the bill. And their requirements were, I need a proof of delivery and I need an invoice. Well, he didn't consider that handwritten $1,200 as the invoice.
Yeah.
Right? He wanted a separate piece of paper. And so making sure you're meeting those requirements as a carrier, and at the same time, if you're a broker servicing one of those larger, shippers, or even a mid-tier shipper, they deserve billing process too. Making sure, hey, what are your requirements when I get set up? How long should I expect it to be paid? When will you pay me after? And making sure that both parties are aware of, hey, the carrier knows if I submit my paperwork with what they asked me up plus an invoice, hey, that shipper's asking the same thing, so that all parties can kind of meet in the middle.